And speaking of festivals, take us to Sundance when this is sort of the breakout. The world's going to find out about it, right?
Yeah, well, because of Fox Searchlight, we didn't worry about getting into Sundance, which is the first scare, and the second scare is getting sold at Sundance. You bring your movie there and you hope that somebody will pay for it and be willing to put it in movie theaters, and we didn't have to worry about that either. So what we were just sort of worried about reaction. We tested it twice in like Thousand Oaks or wherever they test the movies around here, and we'd gotten good reactions, but we weren't convinced, really. I wasn't convinced that it was consistent and it would translate. And so we had the biggest theater and the biggest night and like prime time hour, and it was terrifying. And it was sold out, and people had heard about this, and the expectations were like, this is gonna suck. We hate that trailer. We hate everything. And we were like, oh God, we're gonna get killed. And luckily they liked it, which was nice.
Well, don't gloss over this.
My whole family was in the audience, so that helped.
Yeah, the numbers. No, you're the biggest theater on the sort of centerpiece stage for the Sundance Festival, and you sit through this whole thing. You're probably sweating.
I went and saw the movie a bunch of times with an audience, and I've never ever. I don't even like watching it with other people around. So I always feel like people are gonna hate it.
Really?
Still, to this point, I feel scared.
So in Sundance, you're sweating bullets.
Yeah.
And what's the tradition at the end of a movie? What can happen, and how do you know if you've got something that's sort of going to hit?
Occasionally, you'll get a standing ovation at the end of a festival movie, and we did, which was awesome. It was really like, whew, thank God, because if we didn't get one, I would be mad. Yeah, it was nice. We could relax a little bit. But then again, you got to worry, like, okay. They probably just saw like 2 Iranian movies in a row about like sisters having sex with the corpses and some horrible, depressing.
Wait, that's not connected to the country, obviously. That's just like
but like depressing,
right.
Scary, like really gut-wrenching dramas, international
right.
dramas, are what they show at these film festivals. So occasionally you'll watch one in the afternoon and then you go see this movie.
That's
and so we made you laugh a little bit. I'm sure you would stand up and clap if you went through a gut-wrenching. I've seen many a festival movie about like. Oh, and the mom kills the dead baby, and she's overweight and falls on the baby in the bed and suffocates it, and you're like, oh, it's so depressing and horrible. But sometimes you want to see some of these things. So I always thought maybe that's why they liked the movie, because like they'd just seen something really horrible.